symbol. A symbol is the use of a concrete object to represent an abstract thought or idea. And authors will use symbols to provide meaning beyond the actual literal meaning of a word. They use it to symbolize something else. So let's look at some examples. Darkness. Whenever you think of darkness, a lot of times the idea of evil comes up. So in a literary work, if darkness is mentioned a lot, it may be talking about something evil, or bringing to mind something evil, letting you know something bad's about to happen. Let's think about some more. Dove. A dove often symbolizes peace. So if you have a dove in the story, it could represent peace, or that peace is coming. Let's look over at fox. A fox is a clever creature. They're very cunning. So a lot of times a fox can represent slyness or craftiness. And it doesn't always mean someone bad, but it's going to be someone who is sly, who might be able to manipulate other characters. The color white will often symbolize purity or cleanliness. And the season spring. Spring is when the flowers are blooming. Everything in winter has been dead or dormant, and now in spring all the flowers are coming back. So it symbolizes rebirth or new beginnings. So, whenever you're reading, there are certain things you can do to help you find symbols, to figure out if the author is really trying to symbolize something, or if it's just something that you keep noticing in the book. So first you want to identify the plot and theme, because any symbols are going to have to do with key aspects of the plot and theme of your story. Then think about repeated nouns. Nouns are going to be people, places, things, or ideas. And if you look at these, darkness, dove, white, fox, spring, those are all nouns. They're things, or the things they represent can be ideas, but they're going to usually be nouns. So look for nouns that are repeated throughout the story, words that you hear a lot. And then guess the meaning. What do you think that word could mean? If you were thinking, I hear darkness a lot in my story, maybe it has to do with something evil. Well, go back and ask yourself, does it make sense? Check it against the plot and the theme. Does the theme have to do with darkness and evil, or was the darkness just because the story happened to take place at night? Did the story have to do with a peaceful resolution, if you saw a dove in your story a lot? Or was the dove just something you saw one time and it didn't actually represent anything? You have to pay attention to what your plot and theme are to see if the words you're seeing repeated could actually be symbolism that goes along with your plot or theme or not. So whenever you're reading, make sure you're paying attention, watching for words that get repeated, because an author will use words that go beyond the literal meaning and symbolize something else.